We are going to be starting very soon. We are going to be starting very soon. So get ready, get ready. Share to as many people as you can. Share to as many people as you can. Share to as many people as you can. We will start soon. We'll start soon. We'll start soon. Share to many people as you can. Share to many people. Invite your friends. Invite your friends. We are going to be starting very soon. So get ready, get ready. Share to as many people as you can. Share to as many people as you can. Share to as many people as you can. We will start soon. We'll start soon. We're starting in 8 minutes time. Share to many people as you can. Share to many people. Invite your friends. Invite your friends. We are going to be starting very soon. 5 more minutes. We have 3 more minutes. We'll be starting in 2 minutes time. 2 minutes time. Thanks, my brother, for joining. You can see your comment. Thanks for everyone that is connecting right now. We are starting in 2 minutes time. Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? Hope you are doing fine. Hope you had a great day. Good morning to some people. In some countries, it's morning. In some countries, it's afternoon. In some countries, it's night or the same. Don't worry. Here, from where I am, we're in the evening time. So we are going to start right now. This is Engineer Sami from Infotech, Transformation Infotech. We're going to be looking at something very, very important today. And for every one of you that is connected, I'm so happy. I'm so happy to have you. Share the program. Share it on your wall. Share it on your WhatsApp. Share it on to your friends, your group, communities. That something is happening right here on LinkedIn. Don't enjoy this alone. And for all of you that registered that you'll be attending the event is live. So we are waiting for you. We are waiting for you. Waiting for you now. So if you can hear me, if you can hear me, just type there. I can hear you. I can hear. Just say I can hear you. Just type it out. Type it out. For those people that like coming late, today we are starting on time. Yeah, we start on time. We don't joke with our time. As quality personnel, we don't joke with time. I'm seeing your comments. Okay, let us move forward. Let's move forward. Let's move forward. Let us move forward. We are moving forward. Wow. Welcome to Transformation Infotech. It's a place where we make things happen. Today we will be talking about spicing up your quality department. And we will focus more on how to effectively carry out an inspection. We have a lot of things that we're going to be handling. So many things. We plan to handle a lot of things. So, but for today, we are going to be handling just this area. But before we go there, I assume that there are certain people here who are not quality personnel. So we will look about some terminologies that are very important to us. We see a lot of things: quality assurance, quality control. Now, who are the targeted audience? Targeted audience. You are my targeted audience. You are there right now. Those quality consultant companies, quality consultants, quality directors, quality managers, quality engineers, quality inspectors, quality team, construction team. Construction team, where are you? You know, we don't like to follow quality. Come. Let's spice up these things together. I will make it very fun, and I'm trusting to make it just an hour. Maybe if before 1 hour we are not finished, we might leave it like that for another day. So let's move on. And what are we going to be looking at today? We introduce our lessons. We're going to look at some quality documentaries and terminologies. We are going to look at some very specific documentation when raising an inspection. If you want to raise an inspection, you need to have some specific documentations that are required. We are also going to be looking at some important personnel that are involved when raising an inspection. For those of us who will join in, that you function more in the area of auditing, internal, external auditing, we are still to come out with a program that's going to deal more with that, Today we're going to focus more on construction. I see some comments are coming in. You can hear me. You can hear me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You can hear me. Thank you. Okay. We're going to look at internal inspection. We're going to also look at internal comment closing. We're going to look at preparation for inspection. Before you go to an inspection, what are the things that you need to do before going to carry on an inspection on site? What are the things that you need to do before going for an inspection? We are going to also look at things like, let's move forward. We're going to look at things of method of notifying the consultant or the engineers for site inspection. How do you notify them? Do you just get up in the morning, take breakfast, and then call them and say, hello, I want us to go to site now? Is that how you do it? What to take to site during an inspection? We're also going to look about feedback from consultant, how to manage those feedback, what you do with those feedbacks. We are also going to be looking at if your inspections are rejected, what do you do with it next? What do you do with your rejected inspections? And then we're also going to look about reporting, inspection logs, how to report your inspection effectively, because just going to work and working and coming back without knowing what to do next. You have to report. You have to be accountable because the project lies in your hand as a quality personnel. At the end of the project, we need a lot of accountability from you. So you must know how to document, what we call in quality management, documenter traceability, how to trace the documents. And then about progress meetings with managers and many more managers, site managers, quality managers, a lot of those managers. I hope I have many of them here. Yeah, before we get into that, before we get into looking at those things, it's very good we define some little things here, because some of us might not be versed with this, so we want to help you to move in line with us. What is quality assurance? Many people always confuse when it comes to quality assurance. Many people are always confusing quality assurance, quality control. Some even think it's the same thing. They are not far from the truth, but let's look at it. Quality assurance can be defined as a part of quality management that focuses on providing confidence that the quality requirement will be fulfilled. It is the quality assurance, just as the word assure, to assure something, it means part of quality management that focus on providing confidence that the quality requirement will be fulfilled. For instance, if you are creating something, let's just take an example on my field. Let's say an electric cables, and you want to use these electric cables for low voltage, and then somebody now will go ahead and create something for high voltage. It's a cable, right? Yes, it's a cable, but the purpose of that particular cable is not meeting with the requirements and the specification of the customer or the consumer or of the client. So quality assurance come into place to assure us that that particular thing that is going to be manufactured or created or built or constructed will be as per the specification. And when we're going to look at specification, we're going to look at that because some people are asking what are specification and all those things. The confidence provided by the quality assurance, they are twofold. Take note of that, twofold. Number one, internally to management, because management, they have a lot to do with policies, they have a lot to do with strategies and all those things. So quality assurance has something to look at that's why we used to have what we call internal auditing. We are not going to talk more about auditing today, but we have time to talk about that. And many of us who are connected here, we like to have you in on some of our programs. We will come together live, and we will be discussing live together. Yes, because here our platform can invite many of you to come live with us. Why not? You can come live with me. You can come live with me. So that's it. Let's move forward. In two folds, they say internally, it has to do with management, and externally, it has to do with customers. It has to do with government agency, regulatory bodies, certifiers, certification bodies. I hope you are there. Certification bodies. Let's see who are those who live. Okay. Okay, let me just see something here. I'm coming back to you. Let's move forward. It has a lot to do with certification bodies like ISO and others. There are a lot of certification body out there. And then third parties. Ultimately, we can also define this quality assurance. We can also define it. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Let me use a wider screen. Yes, we can also define quality assurance as planned systematic activities implemented within the quality system that can be demonstrated to provide confidence that a product or a service will fulfill requirement for quality. Product or services fulfilling requirement for quality. I'll take that again. It says all their planned systematic activities, take note of that, implemented within the quality system that can be demonstrated to provide confidence that a product or a service will demonstrate, will fulfill quality requirements. So every product you see out there has requirements, has specifications. We're going to do look at that. Now, what is quality control? Because we were just looking at quality assurance. Quality assurance. Now we are going to look at quality control. Quality control. Quality control, because some people think that quality assurance is the same like quality control. That's why all what they are doing, they are just doing control, but they are not assuring. They are doing control of the quality, but they are not assuring that the quality of that product. So the question now is, what is the difference? Now, when you look at this, you are going to see that quality control can be defined as part of the quality management that focus on fulfilling quality requirements. Why? Quality assurance relates to how the processes is performed or how the product is made. So quality control is more on the inspection aspect of the quality management system. When we talk about inspection, going to inspection, all those things is part of control, because in the place of inspection there, you are going to do what we call verification. You are going to do what we call conformance. Verification as per what? Specification. Verification as per what? Specification. So it's very, very important. Very important. So quality control is a subset of quality assurance. You cannot separate these things. They are interwoven. But quality assurance is the bigger part of it. Quality control is just a subset. Let's see something. There is a diagram I documented for us to look at it. There's a diagram here. Let's look at this diagram. Now, I like explaining things to people more oftenly on diagrams, because diagrams give you a picture. You see, quality management system is there. or this diagram here is not actually as it was designed. Now, quality management system is there, quality assurance is there, and then quality control. Normally, the way I design it, the quality control is a subset of quality assurance. Quality management system enhances both of them, but quality control is just a part of quality assurance. So, what does that mean? What does that mean? It means that when you go to the site to check the work that is happening on site, what you are actually doing there is you are controlling the quality of the work to confirm to the standards that have been put in place by the project owner, or to confirm it as per your country specification. Like here in Qatar, we have what we call the QCS, Qatar Construction Standards. There are a lot of standards, international standard. We have the American standard, we have the British standard. So we might have time to look at those standards another day. But let us move forward. Let's move forward. Rooms will be given to us for questions. Rooms will be given to us for questions. So we are going to look at one more definition before we move into the subject matter of today. Inspection. Inspection. What is an inspection? Now, in the process of controlling that work on site, you now have to look at what we call inspection. Inspection is the process of measuring and examining and testing the gauge of one or more characteristics of a product or service. The comparison of these which specify requirement to determine conformance. So when you go to site and you are checking the work, you are actually you are inspecting the work. You are actually what you are doing is you want to confirm. Take note of this word, conformance. Conformance to specification, because out of conformance we have non-conformance. So you are actually going there to check this particular service. It says is a process of measuring. So measurement will take place, examining will take place, testing will take place to see that this product or service, and is a comparison of these which specify requirement to determine conformance. Product conformance or what? Product, services, and each and everything that you have been assigned to look at. So product, processes, and results. You have to check these products to get a result which is equivalent to the specifications that have been given to you by, because for instance, I give you an example. We just had a project, maybe Qatar data center, that we were doing some construction there. So most of the time, when you go to site for inspection, because as a quality personnel, you have to do your own inspection. So when for example, when I go to site for inspection, sometimes I notice, the construction team, they like to do a lot of shortcuts on site, maybe the manufacturing team. And sometimes the management also want to collaborate with them, because they are using fast tracking in project management. When we talk about fast tracking, they want to move. They are doing a lot of activities at the same time to meet up with the project timing. So they forget the aspect of quality. So they don't care. So at the end of the project, you will now discover that the quality department will suffer a lot because they were not able to control them to work in the scope of the project. That will lead to a lot of things. Poor quality of work, poor quality. So now let us go forward All those things we are defining, they are not part of our program today, but we are trying to maybe there are some people who maybe they are just getting into this field and they are not very frequent with some of these terminologies that we are going to be using, like quality assurance, quality control, inspection, and all those processes. So we just want them to also come in line with us. So for those of us who are quality engineers and you are like not happy because we're maybe wasting your time, please just don't worry. We'll make it up to you. Now, when you look at this, we are going to be looking about some documentation that are required. Documentations. Because as a quality personnel, part of our jobs, most of our job is in the documentation. So what are the documents that you need in order to effectively raise an inspection? For instance, you are just employed in a company as a quality assurance, and maybe you're new in the field, you don't know the documents that are needed, documents that are required. You just new, and you are wondering how you can cope. So these are some of the quality documents that are needed. Number one document that you should ask when you arrive at site, when you don't know more about the site, you are new in that site. The first document is a project specification. There is a document. This is one of the most voluminous documents on site. Project specification. It outlines the details about how the project will look from the starting to the ending of the project. That means everything that is in that specification should be followed in order to have an outcome. We have project quality procedures. How are these quality procedures going to be determined? How are these things going to be carried out on site? What are the what are the expectations, the KPIs that they will need? Talking about some rejected inspection and all of those things. How are we going to see how we become the best? How are we going to see that we have the best outcome of quality? We have project quality procedures. They are there. So you can have these documents. Maybe at the end of this, I will just wrap up this my note in one file and one link and send to any one of us that you really need it. Then we have method of statements. Method of statements. As a quality personnel, you cannot play with method statement. Method statements. It's in the method statement that you have the KPIs, you have the job description, you have the responsibilities of various personnel, you have how the work is going to be carried out. All these things are there in the method statement. You have the checklist, inspection test plans, job safety analysis, and all those things. They are there in the method of statement. How this work is going to be carried on site. Method statement. Don't forget that. We are just pointing out document. We are not here to write a method statement, but we will have enough time as time goes by to discuss more of this. We have what we call the document transmitter registers. Document transmitter registers has a lot of documents where files are being located in the computer, where the drawings are located, where the drawing log is located, where the inspection logs are located. It's like a roadmap to the logs. And if you are in a company or just going to a company and you are wondering how you can get these documents, just meet your document controller. He will help you out. Then we have what I call material submitter registers. You know, before the beginning of a project, many suppliers come in, vendors, they come in and they propose to the company that we can supply you our material. So the company now say, okay, this is our project specification. They give it to them and they say, for you to prove to us that you can be able to supply us the materials that are up to standard is good. You you give us a material submitter. What give us the profile of your company, give us the quality of the service, give us the number of employees you have, the quality of their certification, your certifications, and all those things. Why are you producing this particular material? Do you have the qualified documents that gives you the right and the ownership to produce this particular product? Are you sure that this product that we are going to buy and use for this particular service is secured? Are you sure that the governmental authorities, that's why we start hearing about things, you see things in there like certificate of origin, part numbers, and all those things, they are right inside the material submitted. And then the consultants review it before the project will start. And the consultant will approve it as they might not approve it. So those are very, very important documents when it comes to raising material inspections, which today we a little bit focus on site inspection, but another time we are going to expatiate more on material inspection. So explaining more about the material submitter is not really our focus today because of our time. We have time for this. We will have time. Now, drawing submitters. Now, you come to me, you are a company, you are a subcontractor, you are a contractor. I'm the consultant. And now you said you want to handle this project. So I give you my specification, what I want, and then you go and sit down and you draw the drawings. You come out with the drawings. You come out with the drawings. So when you come out with the drawings, you submit the drawings to me. So these drawing submitters, they are documents that shows that this drawing was submitted this particular day. This drawing was approved this particular day. This drawing was rejected this particular day. This drawing. And we also have document there. You will find things how to locate your drawings. Then we have the inspection logs. Inspection logs, IR logs. I wish I can get to one sample now and share it on screen. No, we will look at that. We will look at that. Inspection logs. In the inspection logs, there in the inspection logs where you keep, before you raise any inspection, you need to put the description in the log. You have to put a reference number, the date of the inspection, the date that the inspection will be inspected on site, the date that the inspection was approved or rejected by the consultant, and then the last column of it might just be a simple Excel developed by you. The last column of it might just be many of us, you want these things, just at the end of this you can inbox me, and most of these logs and all this, I have them, I can share to us. Because of the web software that we are using, might not be able to share all those things, but as we develop ourselves together, we are going to be bringing all these things and sharing together with you. I'm so happy to see you, Mr. Vincent. Vincent, thank you for joining. Mr. Akbar, thank you for joining. Your name looks very familiar. Jadine, thank you for joining. And that one of my brothers there. All of you guys, we are going to be coming live together. We are going to be having programs to come live. We will come like this. We will discuss, because here this to do. We can invite you. You come on video and we go live. So show me your interest, that you're ready for it. I already know some of you guys are very loaded and you have it. You have what it takes. So we're going to look. We are still looking at quality documents and terminology. We are now in this point. We are going to look at very, very important documents. Very important documents when raising an inspection. Very important documents that you will need to attach when raising an inspection. Very, very important documents. So here, I think we already look at this, right? Okay. Project specification, method statements, we deal with that. We deal with project specification, we deal with method statement, and the inspection test plan. So here, say explain. Now, in the inspection test plan, the inspection test plan is actually a document that explains series of activities, sequences of activities that will be carried on in the inspection. Maybe we have different phases, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, in the whole points. Who is going to be responsible for which activity? Is it the consultant that is going to be the one responsible for this and all those things? So in the inspection test plan, for instance, let's give an example of electric motor. Electric motor. Now, if you want to, as a quality personnel, you want to deal with an electric motor, just imagine that your first inspection of an electric motor is installation inspection. That might look very crazy, right? No, you cannot start there. So the inspection test plan will explain that the first thing we need to do is to set the site. We need to arrange the site, survey the site, make things okay in the site. And then the second thing we might need to do is to carry on what we call material inspection. That material is coming from the manufacturer and we are going to use it on site. What if this material is not as per the project specification, material submitted, and many of those things? So we have to look into that. The part numbers, the manufacturer, the certificate of conformance, in some things like DDs. We look at what we call factory acceptance tests and all those things, country of origin, certificate of compliance, and all those things in the material inspection. We are not looking at material inspection. I'm going to it right here. So you cannot skip. So the inspection test plans, we give you processes like in project management and in planning. There is something we call sequencing of activity. You will not skip, like you want to build a house, then you start on the roof. No, you start to get the land, do survey, level the land, then try to bring some stones and build the foundation before you move. So this inspection test plan that you see, that plan there is a plan of action on how the inspection will happen from the level of arranging the site, marking, mock-ups, to the level of testing and commissioning and handing over. So it has series of processes that has been outlined very clearly. So you have to follow this. So sorry that many companies are not following the inspection test plans. They just put cables, rush, connect the cables. They are not done termination. They are already on testing and commissioning. That is what we call Alibaba. Alibaba quality. Don't mind me, just making fun. I want you to laugh. I want you to enjoy it. Then after that, if we have the material submitted approval, we also need for you to raise the inspection. These are some documents, very vital documents. Don't play with them. You have material inspection approval. You want to raise an inspection about something like, let me use mechanical, something like chilled water pipes, all those things. In plumbing, all those fuel tanks. You want to raise a material inspection for the installation, yet you don't have material. You want to raise installation inspection and you don't have material inspection. How come do you arrive at that stage? So material inspection approval is needed while you are preparing to raise inspection. We are still on important documents that are very required. They are required. Important documents. Another document that is very, very vital is the approved highlighted drawing. Sometimes the drawings are not yet approved. Now, this is one of the problems that quality personnel will face. You are manufacturing a product that the drawing is not approved. How do you get into that place? How do you get there? So it's very, very important to make sure that the drawing that you are utilizing on site is approved. And now, if the drawing is not approved, what will you do? If the drawing is not approved, what do you do? Because sometimes in some situations, most of the drawings are not approved. So it's now left for you to have a hand to check with the design team to see what is happening. Maybe the drawing was submitted, maybe there are some delays, and then get to your consultant and see what is happening. Maybe the drawings with the consultant and the consultant are busy, they are not doing anything about it. And as well as you can agree with the consultant to carry on what we call a red line drawing on site. And then you move ahead with the inspection. And then when these drawings are approved, depending on your mutual agreements. So you might need to, maybe there are some changes that took place on site because you are working without a drawing. So at that point, you might need to do what we call, there is as-built, the as-built drawings, which are the actual drawings on site, the actual work that happened on site. And then we're going to also look at what we call inspection requests. Inspection request cover, the cover page of the inspection. So after all these things, we need an inspection request. So that's it. Inspection request. You have to make inspection request. So we're going to see how the inspection request looks like. We have a picture of it, and then another important document that you need it on site is what I call the checklist. What is a checklist? We will look at the checklist also. We are going to see what a checklist is. We're going to see that. And also having the checklist, the last thing that you need to put is what we call you have to put pictures. Clear pictures, real-time pictures. Don't go and put pictures that you used in one inspection maybe many years ago. You are putting here, you are putting there, and then problem. So take note of that. So let's move a little bit forward. Let's move. That's it. Now this is how inspection test plan looks like. You might not see this very clearly. This is how an inspection test plan. I took this from one of my projects. And it looks just like this. You have activities in this side of activities are here. Then the documents that are needed to be attached, they are here. Everything is being documented. The steps that will be carried on during this inspection. We already explained that. Then this is what we call a checklist. I explained about checklists. You have to put in place checklists. That the checklist, they are just structured tools used to verify and to confirm. Verify, confirm, measure that the requirements specified, requirements are met. There are steps that are to confirm that the steps that are already been taken on site, they are as per the specification of the project. So the checklist, we have set of activities that have been aligned on that checklist that you will use it on site to confirm that whatever that is being carried on site is as per the specification of the project. So here is another thing that is very, very important is as a quality assurance personnel. As a quality assurance personnel, you have to. 6:39 p.m. Charging 27%. Okay. Talk back off. Now, another thing that you have to be very, very, when as we are talking about quality assurance on site, one of the things that you must know here, there are some important things, important personnels You cannot work alone. There are important personnel that you need to work with. Because as a quality personnel on site, you are a bridge between the consultants, the engineers, the inspectors. You are a bridge. You are a bridge. You are interconnection. So these people that you need them, that you don't have to play with them. Number one, the consultant on site, consultants, the engineers, the inspectors. You need them. You need all of them. You cannot do it alone. We have document controller. Document controller, which in some project you have two document controllers. You have the document control of the consultant, and you have your own document controller. So it depends on project. Project varies. Some project they have just maybe a single document controller, and then some people that you have to deal with them, which are also very important. The construction team. Construction team, you have the site engineers, you have the supervisors, the engineering design team, the drawing team. There are times that you will face some challenges that you need the design team to help you. The design team is there. So always create relationship with all these personnel. I'm telling you, if you want to have an effective work as a quality personnel. The construction team, the design team, and the last thing there is your management, the project manager, the construction manager, the quality manager. These are people, key personnel that you have to put in place. Remember, we said the consultant on site, which might be the engineer and the inspector, document controllers, construction teams, engineer supervisors, and then the design team. Design team also is very important. You need many of these people. You cannot do it alone. You need to collaborate with them, especially with the consulting team. Create a very sensitive, a very positive relationship with each of these departments. For instance, you might need a document, and that document is with a document controller. So you don't need to stress a lot. Just email them or get to them to get this document. And then you continue to do your work. Continue to do your work. So creating a relationship is very important. Don't fail to create relationship with these key personnel that we are talking here. Okay, let's move forward. Move forward. Checklists. Checklists. What are checklists? Checklists. As we already talked about checklists, but here I want us to look at this. Look at this, very, very important. Look at it. Look at this. Let me get into this slide. Okay. Now, the quality department is like a bridge between the consultant, the construction team, and the management. Your feedback, your progress status meetings, your daily plans, reports to the management is very important to meet the project deadlines. Very important to meet project deadlines. What do I mean by that? Every project has a deadline. Every project has the time frame that have been set up for that project to be completed. So you can, for that project to be completed. So for you to be able to complete this project on time, you have to be able, as a construction team, you must be able, we talk about creating relationship. So you have to be able to give feedbacks to the management. You are a bridge in between the consultants, the management, the construction team. You are the one, you have to plan how to manage them. You cannot do without the engineering team. I emphasize. It's very, very important. It's very, very important. Your daily feedbacks is very important to your project manager. The progress status of every meeting is important to you and to the construction team. Reporting to the management is very vital for you for the project to meet a deadline. Don't play with that. The aim of doing your inspection and all those things on site is not just because you are just there to relax and be cool. No, it's not like that. You have to be able to give feedback. Every management, they are always happy when they have people who can give them feedback. Is there some inspection that were rejected? Okay. Now we are in a very, very important one here, because this is the main reason that we have this live program. If you want these steps in raising the inspection, steps in raising an inspection request, site inspection request. Read off, I can see your comment. Thank you. Can see your comment. Steps that need to be followed in raising an inspection request. Step number one. Step number one, internal inspection. Internal inspection. When the construction team confirms their work completion and the intention to carry out an inspection, what do you do? When the construction team comes to you and say, sir, we have finished our work. We've just finished the wiring of those fire alarm systems. We just finished this. We just finished the wiring of that DB, SMDB, and many more. We just finished the installation of fuel water tanks. We just finished the installation of NOVAC system, firefighting systems. Now come for inspection. What do? Do you just prepare the document, send to the consultant for that? No. Remember, I said if you want to have your inspection approved, don't be forced by anyone. Don't be forced by these people to rush to the team, to rush to site, and just begin to do any kind of work. Don't be forced by them. Number one, when they tell you that their work is completed, as a QC department, the QC department should send someone to site. Maybe in some companies, they have just a QC engineer. In some companies, they have QC engineers and inspector. In some companies, they have just inspectors. Depending, one person should be able to go to the site with the documents that are required, that we already named, that the drawings, the checklists, and other documents. They should be able to take these documents to site so that they can confirm that it is very true that what the construction people are saying is right. This also helps you to avoid embarrassment, because sometimes you believe what they are saying, raise the inspection, then you reach on site and discover that the work they are doing is totally messed up. It's not according to the standard. So your internal inspection is to go there on site to confirm. Remember, as a quality personnel, your work is in conformance. Conformance. Maybe they are working in non-conformance. Maybe there is an NCR, a potential NCR on site that if you don't go to site, the consultant might come to see it. So take note of that. Don't believe the construction team. Don't believe them. If you believe them, they will mess you up. Of course, we need to be trust, but from experience, don't be trust in the detriment of your job. You can lose your job because of some foolish behaviors from side. Now, another thing, number two, the second thing that we must verify is we have to verify the documents. Verify document verification. If you are satisfied with the actual work or job done on site, proceed to documentation verification, because maybe the job is done actually on site, but the drawing is not approved. Maybe the job is okay, but the drawing is not approved. So you have to be sure that what they are saying is right before you move to the site. So you have to verify a drawing. Maybe the drawing was rejected. Maybe the drawing is not even submitted. And if all these things are confirmed, and you see that some of these documentations are not ready, it is now for you to now start meeting the necessary department to make sure that these things are being put in place. For instance, if the drawing is not approved, you get to move to your design team. Like we talk about drawing transmitter registers. So check the drawing logs, get into the drawing transmitter register, check it, make sure that the drawing is being confirmed as approved or not. If you can't get that, get to a document controller. If you can't get that from the document controller, get to the design team. If you cannot get that, go to the consultant. Make sure that you confirm. Build a sensitive, a very, very qualitative relationship with your consultant on site. It's very, very, very important. We are still emphasizing on that. So check the documents. Check the method statements. Check the method statements. Is it approved? Check the material inspection. The material they are using on site, the cables and many of those things they are using on site. Are they approved? Are they approved? So once you have confirmed that the material is approved, the inspection test plan is approved, the drawing is approved, and all these documents are okay, then you can proceed to the site. Somebody is just asking, what if the drawing is not approved? I already told you that in some cases, drawings might not be approved, but if you have a good relationship with your management consultant, discuss with them. Discuss about the drawings. Maybe the consultant will accept for you to proceed further with the red mark drawings, depending on your relationship with them. Yeah, verification of documents. Once you are satisfied with the documentation verification, then you will move now to another step. You move to another step. Remember, we are talking about steps in raising inspection. Step in raising an inspection. Successful. A successful inspection. So let's go. Step number 4. Step number 4 here. When you have confirmed that the documents are ready, prepare what we call inspection request cover page. Inspection request cover page. What is there in the inspection request cover page? What is there? What are the things, the things that are needed in that inspection request cover page? Many of us already know about it. You will have you have to indicate the following things, like the project title. What is the title of the project? Need to be indicated. Who is the client? Indicate the client. Who is the consultant? Indicate it. Who are the men and the subcontractors? Indicate. A detailed purpose of the inspection. For instance, I want to go and inspect the pulling of cables from where to where. You have to detailedly put down inspection of the cable of cooling from concourse A to concourse C to concourse B, from which location to which. Do a very, very brief description that can be clearly understood by your consultant without you explaining many things about what inspection, what is the purpose of that inspection. You must make sure that it's done appropriately. And then if that is done, you have to put the date, the time, when is the inspection, when are you raising the inspection, the date of raising the inspection, the time that the inspection will be carried out, the place that the inspection will be carried out, the systems, you have to indicate the system that the inspection will be carried out on, and also system specification. What kind of system is that? SMDB, generators, motors, what are the systems that you are putting in place? For those civil people, is it you are going to do some kind of concealed systems, or you are going to do a lot of things that has to do with architectural designs? You have to confirm the system. And then the drawing number, you must put the drawing number in that inspection. And the method statement number, you must put it in the inspection request. The ITP number, inspection test plan number, put it in the inspection. Inspection reference number. That inspection reference number is very important, because every inspection that you are going to be raising, you have to put a reference number to it so that it can easily be traced. That's what we call, in quality management system, we call it documented traceability. How you'll be able at any time to trace that particular document wherever it is. The site engineer need to sign. You as the quality personnel sign it. And when it reaches the consultant, before it comes back to you, he too is going to sign it. It's very, very important. Your signatures are needed. for future reference. So if anything happened, we will know that this guy, he did a very poor job on site. This is how an inspection request look like. This one is one of my projects. So sorry to the project title is there. Just you can see the reference number, you can see the project, you see the client, you can see meta statement, the comment of the consultant, my name is there, my signature, and many other things. For for some reasons, I will not leave it very here on maybe not authorized. It might be a problem. Okay, step number 5. What is the step number 5 that you will have to take? Step number 5, preparing the site inspection. Of preparing the site, number 1, combine all these documents. Combine the following documents in order. Make sure they are in the order to which I'm reading right now. Number 1, the inspection request that you have designed is the first document. Number 2, the method statement, the approved method statement, just the cover page of it. The approved material submitter cover page. The approved material inspection on site cover page. All this, they are the one that have been approved and stamped by the consultant themselves. Make all these documents. Now we're talking about attaching the documents, combining it together. In the following, that's how you put it, as I put here. The fourth thing is the checklist. Sign checklist. Fill it and sign it. And then the next thing here is the pictures of the work that happened on site. Snap clear pictures, and this should be real-time pictures. Don't use pictures of 1988. Don't use those kind of pictures. Put pictures, actual pictures of that work that is happening on site. And then the last thing that is there, approve highlighted drawings for the concerned location. That means the drawings approved, but in that drawing, maybe there are 366 rooms. So which particular room is there that you are raising this inspection for? Which particular room is there that you are raising this inspection for? You have to specify it. This particular room, this particular system, is this particular system I'm raising my inspection. Specify it. Specify it. Make it very clear on it. Specify on the drawing, then highlight the drawing with a kind of yellow bow marker. Highlight it. Highlight it. Highlight the drawing. Let's move forward and see how we are going to round up, because according to our time, we have just 1 hour. Just 1 hour. Step number 7. Step number 7. Submit to your consultant. Submit. As you have compiled those documents, you have to submit the document now to your consultant. How do you submit it to your consultant? Submitting the document to the consultant is very, very important. It varies from one project to another. It varies. It's not something in some project. It varies. So in some project, you will submit to your document controller, which your document controller will submit to the document controller of the consultant or to the consultant. And in some project, you will submit directly to the document controller of the consultant, and the document controller of the consultant will now get it to your consultant. In some project, you might submit it to the consultant, but this is very hard. It's hard to find something like that, because how you just submit it to the consultant, he has a lot of work to do. You have to submit to a document controller, and then if you are not yet implemented the document controller in your company who does such things, I recommend that you should do that, because if we are carrying on what we call gap analysis in internal inspections or external inspections, but from certification bodies like ISO and others, you are going to see that there is a leakage, there's a gap there. So we recommend for you to put in place document controllers. It's very, very important. And then once these documents have already arrived the consultant, make sure that you confirm that they arrive. But before the expected time of the inspection should be 24 hours.
when you are submitting it. Don't submit it now and think that the inspection will be tomorrow. Before you are preparing for an inspection, make sure that you submit it 24 hours before the time that this inspection is going to take place. It's very, very important. Maybe in some project they might give some detailed outline timing that but 24 hours is always very good, so as to give your consultant the time, because he's not just doing only your job, you give him the time to prepare. So he go through it and then look at the drawing also to confirm from inside that everything that you have attached and put in place is very, very correct, very correct. So let's see, I think we are almost done. Almost done for today. Then the last one, which is going to site. I don't think this is the last one. Going to site. So when you reach the level of going to site now for the actual inspection, make sure that very early in the morning, make sure very early in the morning, you get to your consultant, discuss with him. When you come to work, discuss. We don't just go to work and sit in the office cool, and then at one point you get up and you want to go for inspection. It's not good like that. It's not good. So get to a consultant and discuss with him. Create an effective communication with your consultant. Create a group, a WhatsApp group or something where you can channel your discussion to him and discuss with him about what is happening about the inspection. Carry all the hard copies of the inspection. Meet him in the office. Sit down with him. Talk with him in the morning. Prepare about how the inspections are going to be carried on in the day. Is going to be very, very important. You discuss, then agree upon a time that both of you are going to site. Once you have agreed that time that you are going to site with the consultant, the next thing you are going to do is arrange the construction team, notify your own construction team, the engineer, the supervisor, the foreman, whoever that is there on that particular construction team. That is a key personnel that understand more about the system, because as a quality personnel, sometimes the technicality, maybe you might be focusing more on the documentation and then at one point lost a touch with the technicality. But if you have good technical knowledge on how to handle this, is very, very important too, that you can handle it. Yeah. So once they have gone to site, they clean the place, make it very clean, and then arrange the environment where the inspection is going to take place. If some systems are there that need to be open, or doors that need to be open, and if there are some ladders that are needed to be put in place so they can go ahead, those ladders should be put in place. Those ladders should be put in place. Very, very important. So when those ladders are put in place, now you know everything is set. Just call the consultant. Don't waste his time. And now when he come to site, you have to be versed with. This is one thing that you must be able, whether you are in Dubai, in USA, in Canada, in anywhere in Africa, in Asia, in Australia, in Europe, there should be some form of construction standard. Here in Qatar, we have QCS, which is the Qatar construction standard. You'll be versed with that. That if you're an electrical engineer, be versed with electrical standards, like conduits. How is the size of conduits? The sizes of conduit, how many cables are supposed to be in a conduit, and then all those things like the sandals, how the distances of the sandal, horizontal distance and vertical distances, and all those things, the gap between the sandals, all those things will be in the QCS specification of the project, and many of those things. Be versed with those things while going with the site to the consultant, understand the project scope, specification, and many things, the IP of devices, so that when the consultant is asking you a question, you can easily navigate and get that inspection approved, because the money of the company is solely depending on the approved inspection. And the reason why the company puts you in that place is because they want you to make that money. Company is not out there to joke with you, joke with their money. They are out there for profit. It's not time to joke. So if you are not ready to answer many of these questions, bring an engineer who can help you. That's one of the secrets. Bring the engineer, bring the technician, bring the supervisor who can read the drawing, can understand. They have been in that place, they have been doing their job. So bring them on site. very, very important. In that case, before leaving the site, one of the things that you have to know, try to engage a discussion with your consultant. Are you satisfied with this? What is happening? What you see? Try to get some comment from him. Note it down. Note those comments down. Because while you are reaching your office, your management will be like, "What happened? Is this inspection okay?" And then you will not have what to say. This will be very embarrassing. So you should have some comments, tell your company, just document it down, possibly give a feedback email. No problem. I know that the inspection will leave the consultant and come with a comment, but you can update your construction team if there's some rectification that need to take place. They should go ahead and be doing it. Then that will be fine. That will be fine. To round it up, to round it up, to round it up, to round it up. After the inspection completed, we already explained that. Completed, we explained that. Then get back to when you have completed this inspection, make sure that all the details need to be put in the inspection logs. Put in the inspection log. What is the comment from the consultant? Put it in the inspection log. Send it to your manager. Send it to the construction team. If there is any problem, the inspection has been rejected. If the inspection has been rejected, make sure that you get to. If the inspection was rejected, make sure you get to the comment, investigate the root causes of this issue, and then discuss with the construction teams about the preventive corrective measures that need to be put in place to see that this inspection is resubmitted with immediate effect. Don't give the gap to resubmit this inspection for a very long time. It's going to delay the project. If possible, the people can rectify the comments the next day, and then the following day you are submitting it. Your company's money depends on you. So don't play with that. Don't play with that. It's very, very important. Don't play with that. Okay, we've come to the end of the program. How to effectively raise an inspection, get it approved, and we're going to be coming up again with NCRs. What are NCRs? What are site observation, snacks closure? How we can close the snacks, the NCR, and many of these things is very, very important on our next episode. And then we are also developing collaborative project where we will bring a lot of people live together on this platform. We will discuss many things about engineering, information technology, business, and many more. If each and every one of you are interested in this innovation and you want to join us, information technology, have some knowledge in information technology, or you want to go online and do certain things but you don't know how to do it, we are here to help you. We are here to help you. Come. We are also going to be coming up with a lot of things about how to configure your Zoom configuration to YouTube, Zoom configuration to Facebook, Zoom configuration. And we are going to be discussing a lot of innovation. A lot of innovation. Our email address is there. If you want to contact us, get us. You want us to come train your team, your quality team. You want us to have some training with them online. We are doing some kind of things like that for free, but you can support us. And we have a lot of things that we are working on, a lot of systems we are building. We have a lot of systems we are building. And if you feel that you can support us in the starting, this transformation infotech to build a lot of systems, yeah, why not? Even you want to support us financially, is welcome. Our email address is there, telephone number is there, everything. Yeah, and I'm very interested in also doing things on the uh, things on project management, planning, and all those things. We're going to have a lot of innovative programs that are coming up. This 2022 is great. It's a very great year. It's a year of innovation and creativity. And Thank you so much for joining us. We are so grateful that you are here. You make it to happen today. You make it to happen. Keep sharing this. Keep sharing this. Keep sharing this. Thank you. We are so grateful. We are so grateful. Thank you. Thank you. See you on our next episode. Bye bye. Bye bye.